I don't know, rotisserie chickens are good, right? Those will last you like days, like several days. So um, you eat it like that one day, another day you put it in a tortilla and with some cheese, you make a quesadilla out of it, you know.
I thought we
Um,
were going to talk about finances. Now I'm getting hungry. Welcome to the Opposites Unite podcast.
where we discuss real estate and lifestyle topics,
Break barriers
build connections,
and find common ground.
let's unite. All right, so today we are here with Blake, and I think we wanted to have you on so badly because over the years we have watched you save an incredible amount of money from what seems like such a short period of time, but I think you can probably elaborate on what that time frame is.
yeah, I mean, I've been, saving up for probably the last maybe 12, 13 years, like seriously. Just trying to retire early, go on those like nice vacations and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously not. I don't want to share the amount with everybody, but it's a lot, guys. Like it's really incredible the amount that Blake has been able to save with some simple hacks. I want to say, right, and some discipline.
Yeah, definitely a lot of discipline. Um, you might not always do certain things or what other people do. You might, maybe you don't take that elaborate of a vacation like someone might, stay on those bungalows over the ocean or um, you don't go out to, Nobu all the time, stuff like that.
You're naming all my favorite things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I watched you like, it's not that you don't go out to eat, but you pretty much know where all the good happy hours are.
Right. I mean, and don't get me wrong, you can spend a lot of money at happy hour too, but it does help to go there and during certain times, and you can definitely spend less.
What is like one of the best happy hours that you have found?
Um, One of the best happy hours. Let me see. Well, recently I go to a local Mexican spot near me.
Okay.
Um, Tuesdays they have a Taco Tuesday deal. So like $2 for a taco and $7 or $8 for margarita. So that's pretty good, especially in these times where everything's super expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you really do like live your life by this because I've
Hmm.
seen where like, this particular spot you're talking about, you used to go there, then they kind of changed it
Hmm.
and they started charging more. I think because they think people don't really notice, and then like you notice, like you notice everything,
Oh yeah,
but then like they switched it, so you started going back.
yeah, yeah. They changed it. I noticed right away, um, and I even asked the bartender, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it changed." So I kind of stopped going for a bit. But then
Yeah.
when I came back, I noticed a new menu. Like they had a new section, like I said, for Tuesdays especially.
Yeah, so there's
So,
all like these little different kinds of things, and it makes a big difference over time, right? Like, I mean, I've even seen you do like, what do you call your meals? Your budget
like a
friendly meals?
struggle meals.
Oh yeah, struggle meals. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cute term, but can you describe to everybody what a struggle meal is?
Well, one example is like you have your kind of top ramen or instant noodle thing, but then you add to it. I'll throw in some shrimp in there, and I'll put an egg on top of that. It'll cook it and make like a juicy egg in there, and maybe throw some broccoli in there, and you end up with this like ramen kind of type of meal for nothing, pretty much. So
That's pretty good. What do you think that costs to make at the end of the day?
$1,
That's it.
yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ever you think you could cook that kind of a meal?
I have a problem cooking, period. I'm kidding. I can cook like some basic stuff, but like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't think that far ahead on it.
Uh-huh.
Usually I'm kind of like especially when I eat at home, it's just like I open the fridge and I see what's in there, and that's more my thought process, I think, because you do all the shopping
And most of the cooking,
and most of the cooking.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. And another thing too is, you know, a lot of people don't like leftovers, right? You know, can't make you like them or anything, but I'll eat leftovers. It depends on what it is. Certain things come out better or worse, but that's also another skill is learning how to reheat certain different foods.
What's the most creative thing you've ever made out of a leftover? And like, I'm not talking about just like reheating it and it being the same thing. I think like I've seen you make, and I can't
Hmm.
remember what it was, but I've seen you make something out of something else and turn it into something completely different.
Yeah, I don't know about creative or not, but you know, maybe you have a little piece of steak left, so you know, you can slice it up and make more of like a steak sandwich and put some cheese on there and whatever else you like in there. You can, you know, you have I don't know, rotisserie chickens are good, right? Those will last you like days, like several days. So, um, you eat it like that one day, another day you put it in a tortilla and with some cheese, you make a quesadilla out of it, you know.
I thought we were
Um,
gonna talk about finances. Now I'm getting hungry.
all
I
right.
was thinking like Costco chicken. You know what I mean? The one that you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, these groceries is big. Like our grocery bill is probably almost like $1,000 a month, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No,
huge.
not mine.
Yeah. Not, how much is your grocery bill? And it is just you. And so, I mean, double it for two
Yeah.
people or more, but
Maybe a quarter of that.
a quarter of that.
Yeah,
So like 250 a month,
probably.
So
uh,
essentially half.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, okay. So on that note, talk to me a little bit more about credit cards, how you evaluate them. Do you use credit card points towards things? And then like I know when I was looking at different credit cards, you were helping me evaluate like which one was the
Hmm.
best bang for my buck, right?
Yeah, sure. Um, yeah, it's a definitely a personal thing. It depends where you spend your money. Some are better for restaurants, some are better for travel, some just straight cash back, and it's more simple if you don't really care about those. But different ones give you, you know, different. And then there's paid and free ones. So yeah, take that into consideration too. But yeah, definitely, you know, I have a paid credit card. I use the miles, so I have a miles one. I actually have a cashback one too, but I strictly only use my miles one, and you know, accumulate a bunch of points and able to book, you know, flights on it and
I,
stuff like that.
I think we like solely go on our vacations with miles, right?
Yeah, we do. We don't really ever pay for like for airline tickets. We always use the points because for our running our household and our business, we use credit card for everything, and the goal is to pay it off every month at the end of the month, just to be responsible, right? And at the end of the month, then I mean we've got those points from all our business expenses and personal expenses, so that's what we use for our vacations.
Yeah, and you definitely
Sounds like we
will.
got that one right. Maybe not the food.
Yeah, yeah, you can't get them all right,
All right.
but you'll definitely accumulate more than the average person because it's a business thing and there's a lot more expenses than the average person has. So, um, you know, that's definitely good for you guys. Um, yeah, you never carry a balance. That's like that's the worst thing you can do. That's like top of the chart. You don't want to carry because you're paying 25% or so.
Yeah,
That's just the worst loan you can ever get, I think.
literally.
You know, so yeah, definitely don't do that if you want to be rich. Um, you know, you can for credit cards, you know, they have bonuses like sign up bonuses, 80,000, 100,000 points. Definitely get those. Maybe every once in a while, get a new card. Um, be wary about, you know, too many, and there are rules about that, as far as how many you can get in you know so many years. So and you know you don't want to take a credit hit
Oh yeah.
for some of this stuff. So yeah, and if you do have a balance, get a credit card that gives you 12 months or more of 0%. Transfer it. You'll pay a little fee for it and try to pay that off
Right.
if you can.
Yeah.
That'll save you a whole year or more at least of interest. So it's another good thing.
Yeah, I don't think everybody thinks about that part.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
It is a really big one. Okay, so as far as like segueing into smart shopping tips, what do you think there? Like, what are some good pointers you could give us on just being like a smart shopper? Like, are you like a couponer or what do you think?
Yeah, I do a little bit. If I'll get in the mail, I'll get some of those. I'm not like clipping out coupons like back in the days, um, but I get those coupons. Ralph sends me or whatever, and I'll take that in and save a little bit if it's something that I need. Um, they also have the digital coupons, right? Like within the app sometimes, and you'll click on it and for you to get it at that price.
I really
Um,
like the restaurant loyalty stuff. Like I use
mhm.
that sometimes. I mean, I don't really like clip coupons much because I feel like when I have, I've never had it with me when I need it. So I love the ones like, for example, like Stonefire. We go there all the time, and they keep track of it for me. So I think for I don't know every $100 we spend, they give us like 7 or 10 or something like that towards our next meal. So I love using that kind of a coupon system. And then also it's my birthday this month, so like yesterday when we went, they gave a free birthday dessert. So that
Yep.
was fun.
Yeah, and I was going to mention that. I know a lot of people who don't take advantage of that, and to me, it's crazy because that's it's I'm going there anyways, just like I'm spending money on the credit cards. Actually, so you're also getting those points as well because you're probably using your credit card. So um, you're doing it anyways. So why not? Was it really that much more effort for you to sign up? Like it took a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
And you're able to get those, and every few meals, whatever, you get $10 off maybe. Um, and yeah, the birthday thing is cool
Do you
too.
keep a list of the places that give you like a something free on your birthday month?
Um, I don't really. I think at one point I did have one because there was a bunch of them. But yeah, like recently I went to Benihana's. They have a good one.
What's that?
It was like you buy $30 worth, they give you another $30 for free.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
good.
a big one.
That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
That's on
It's
birthday only?
yeah. It's they'll send you an email with it, and yeah, you go in there and so yeah. I went recently. I'm like, hey, that's a bigger one. Obviously, that place is more expensive. It's not like, I got another one recently for Habit Burger, and it was like a free cheeseburger.
Oh,
If
that's
you
cool.
So I
Right?
went in there, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they all want to get you in, right? They want to get you in to buy something and then hopefully you come back after that because you like it.
yeah, and also the idea is you're probably have to you usually have to spend something. Sometimes you can just get that item free, but sometimes you might have to buy or you will buy something. Right? Like I got the cheeseburger, but I'm like, I want some fries and a drink with that, so I bought that.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean, you're never just going to walk in and really get the cheeseburger. You're
Probably
going to
not.
get
But then
something
you're
else
not
too.
going to pay for the cheeseburger, the drink, and the
Yeah,
fries like you would normally and then wind up with
yeah.
probably 40% more,
But
right?
it was probably half actually. I think it was gonna
Yeah,
be like
50%.
it
So
was
yeah.
gonna be like 16, but I paid like eight something. So
That's kind of like a lot of just little decisions you make on the daily are what add up.
yeah, and that stop. I think that's what stops people from doing it because they go, "Oh, it's only $1. It's only this. It's only that," but those add up.
I'd say that's probably what
You
stops
know?
me more when I'm thinking of doing that is that like the inconvenience of it. You know what I mean? But it's silly if it adds up at that expense, then it more than makes sense.
If it's too much of an inconvenience, then I say don't do it. Right?
Right.
Don't make your lifestyle like worse, and don't if it's easy, do it. If it, and it saves you money.
Well, I was thinking about like utility bills and stuff because I have seen you many times like change your phone carrier or, negotiate a cable bill or something like that, right? Just to get like the lower rate. I've seen you do it with other people. I've seen you do it with yourself. What kind of tips there do you have to share?
Yeah. So yeah, always call. You have your home. Well, you have your TV. You might have your cell phone bill. You have a utility bill. of some sort, some other one. So if you can, call them up every once in a while, see if there's some sort of deal or special that they have. And, maybe they have one, maybe they don't. Maybe, if they want to keep you. And then as for phone bills, a lot people, this is probably like the biggest thing is people overpay. Like constantly, I see people, their cell phone bills, $100 or $150 a month. And I don't
What
even know how.
what do you pay for your cell phone bill? Because I know this is going to blow people away.
Yeah. So I pay like $15 a month. Um, so yeah, there's various companies you can use. Um, there's like Mint Mobile, there's Google Fi, there's Visible. Um, Most of them run on T-Mobile, some run on Verizon. There's some even on AT&T.
Do you notice that your service suffers in any way, like not actually being like direct on a carrier?
No worse than anybody else's.
Yeah, because every carrier has weak spots,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
For a long time, Eber and I used to have separate carriers because, we would be out showing property and sometimes, areas where reception was spotty. And it always seemed like if my phone worked, his didn't, and or vice versa,
It was
right?
Verizon and who?
Oh, I think I
I had
had
Verizon and you had something.
you have
T-Mobile?
Verizon and I had AT&T and then I had like Spectrum at one point. Um,
But never that. $15. Wow.
oh, and
that's
then I did have T-Mobile, right?
but that's a good hack that worked for you guys to, you need to conduct your business. So
Yeah.
um, have two different carriers. That's a
But
good.
now we don't have it. We have it together.
Yeah,
We do, and we're not struggling for anything. Like, you know what I mean? I think we just pretty much cut our cell bill in half by going on the same
Yeah, but it's
plan.
still not $15.
no,
No, it's
no.
it's not.
It so and mine is a little less. So it's like because I get 5 gigs of data. Most of the time, I mean, think about I don't even use the 5 gigs either. I probably use like two because I'm around Wi-Fi all the time.
Hmm.
That's you don't realize how much you're actually using on Wi-Fi versus on
Yeah, how much
cellular.
when you're actually
Um,
out, right?
so but they have the unlimited is $25 I think or something like that. 20
Oh, so it's still
25.
not
It's
crazy.
not that much more. So yeah, that's a definitely it's a big thing. Um, a lot of people have been switching over with just because things have really gotten a lot more expensive, and so it's kind of catching people's eyes more.
Well, yeah, lately I've seen your business grow quite a bit. Like,
Mhm.
you've had a lot more clients coming to you and saying like, "Hey, Blake, I need your help because you know how expensive things have gotten, right? The economy's a little bit weird at the moment, right? With
Hmm.
tariffs and, all the increases in, everything that we buy from the gas pump to the grocery store. So there's a lot of savings to be had out there, I feel like.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can go as crazy as you want with all this. Like I said, don't you don't need to overdo it. Just do what you can. Just get the biggest things out of the way.
Well, like, okay, like insurance. We talk about, like, on our podcast a lot. We talk about insurance and all the like the homeowners insurance rates that have skyrocketed and everything. But like one thing you had mentioned to me before is you said, make sure you uh, talk to your insurance agent once a year before renewal and see if there are any other companies or carriers out there that you can get a better rate at.
Yeah, I mean, with any insurance or anything, I mean, you should periodically check around. It's definitely a good idea because honestly, they're not going to call you and tell you, "Hey, we have a lower price."
No,
I don't think that's ever happened in,
no.
you know, ever.
And bundle your policies, of course.
Yeah, definitely try to bundle it. Sometimes it's not cheaper, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Maybe it will be. It's not an exact science. So,
Yeah. Okay. The other day, you and I were talking about credit card points and transferring those from your credit card company, like Amex or Chase or whatever you have, transferring it directly to the airline in order to like maximize your spending power. and maybe even get first class flights.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's definitely you should check the um usually like in the portal it tells me, right, like say for Chase, like right now I think they have 80% bonus for IHG hotels. Um, so you'll get that much more, which is really great. Airlines are more like 20 to 30% that they give you, but which is still good. So you transfer the points directly. Um, it's not always the easiest thing because transferring the points may take a couple days for it to get over to there, and then the prices of flights are like the stock market; they go up and down every day. So it's but you can get more bang for your buck that way.
Yeah, 'cause they transfer at a higher rate, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not 1 to 1; it's like 1 to 3 or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, they'll have certain bonuses. So next month it might be changed to a different airline. Might be 20 or 30% on Delta or something like that. And
I
so
have seen like a couple guys on social media that do that, and
mhm.
that's kind of their thing. They're travel hacks, right?
Yeah, that one's most people don't do it. It's a little harder or more advanced, so they don't do it as much.
Yeah, and so speaking of stocks, since you mentioned stocks, I know you do a lot with stocks and dividends and high yield savings account and stuff, and that's I think that's probably how you've been able to like maximize your savings and make it grow. What kind of like advice can you give when it comes to all of that? I know that's kind of a loaded question. That's probably like 20 questions in one, but what can you share with
A
that?
bundle.
It is a
Yeah,
bundle.
it is. Um, yeah, definitely yeah, everyone's different and everyone, makes different incomes and saves differently. But definitely try to save as much as you can. And when you do, don't put it in your big bank, your kind of brick and mortar ones typically. They have online savings accounts, so high yield savings accounts that will give you much better rate. Um, they will be coming down. They were 5%, and so like I think now they're about 4 or 3.9 maybe. But and they're going to keep coming down as the Fed lowers rates. So they've been, but so it's been good for the last 5 years
Yeah, they've been
or
three
so.
and 3.5 to 5, right? Somewhere like I feel like they bounce in between there.
Yeah.
But I think
So
we learned that one from you a long time ago.
yeah, I mean, it's safe and it's free. Yeah, it's safe. It adds up.
Is Barclays still the highest? Because I think that's what we had determined at one point.
No, I mean there's other smaller, like usually smaller banks have higher yields, but sometimes people don't feel as comfortable going with smaller ones.
Hmm.
But yeah, Barclays it's still okay. Yeah, you'd have to look, the list changes and how much they give, it changes. So and then definitely invest if you can. That one's not safe. It um, it put it probably just if you don't really know too much, put it into like some sort of index that follows, like the S&P 500 or Nasdaq or something like that, where you just put it in. It's going into kind of a bucket of many stocks.
Hmm.
But that's a lot of my wealth is through stocks. So
Do you do mostly index funds?
I don't.
You don't.
No.
What do you like?
Oh, well, right now, maybe financials. I have a lot in tech, mostly. A lot of it's in tech. I like uh, I like Costco. They're
Costco.
Yeah, Costco is a great company.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And you've talked to me before about like dividends and stuff, right?
yeah,
You like those ones that offer dividend.
yeah. I especially want to have that for later in life. So I can get some kind of income coming in all the time.
Hmm.
You technically could just sell your shares and live off of that, which is, a lot of people do that too. So either way, but yeah, definitely, dividends are good. Um, y- you shouldn't go too high on dividends. Sometimes they call them dividend traps. Um,
What is that?
they kind of lure you in for these high dividends, and then uh, they could cut them. They could always be cut, and that's the thing you gotta watch out for.
Okay, that's interesting.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. Another thing that you and I have talked about before is the 50-30-20 rule. Can you explain to everyone what that is and how that works?
sure. So as a baseline, so 50% is like needs, and then 30% wants, and then 20% saving. So, um, and you can adjust that for your lifestyle, but that's just a general guideline as far as that of what maybe you should be doing or try to do.
The goals, huh?
Yeah, you got to have some kind of baseline or goals or something to kind of go after. But yeah, if you could save more, save more. You get 30% or more if your housing doesn't cost you as much.
Well, I'd say a lot of people just go probably 50-50,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then like zero in savings, and that's probably the more common thing to do, unfortunately.
right. Yeah, it's probably the savings is probably not 20. It's probably way less,
Yeah.
and it's the
If
other.
any at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard for people to save. I mean, it's not fun to save. It's also not fun to for people to look at their retirement thing, because you're supposed to think about retirement way in advance. I've been thinking about it for years, but I'll retire early. So you really have to, because if you wait till whatever age, say you want to retire at 55, if you wait till 55 and then decide, I mean, it's probably not going to happen.
It's too late.
Even if you wait till 40,
Yeah, it's
that's
hard.
not really enough time.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be planned for over many years.
Probably throughout your whole life.
The earlier the
Really
better.
smart, yeah,
Yeah,
because of the
if
compounding of the money that
yeah,
you put away, right?
yeah, compound interest is the definitely that's where it's at. It's you want to do that, but yeah. So if you can start somehow in your 20s, 30s, even is fine. Like there,
And then investing, right?
yeah,
So I think like that's the theme is save, invest, and
yeah, and don't
And don't
don't
spend as much.
don't spend on stupid shit.
Yep, that's what you say all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, okay, so there's earn and invest to save, and then there's don't buy stupid shit, and then you're going to save.
yeah,
Right? So there's two different ways to look at it. So then, like, the other thing I think about is, you know, at night when I'm bored, maybe laying in bed, scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, and that darn TikTok shop pops up. And I know Eber's way guilty of this. You can like $5, $10 your self to death on TikTok shop, right? And it's those little things that you might want, but you don't need. And that's how we were like talking about the wants versus the need before. Your 50% need would be like groceries and electricity. And your 30% want is going to be just, that pair of shoes or the pair of jeans or something like that, right?
yeah, exactly.
What's the latest TikTok shop thing that you bought?
Me? Oh boy.
Have you bought anything?
Mm, not in a while. No. Trying to think. I
I buy
about
like random stuff, man. I buy like washers and like stuff that like I mean like little things that come on, because you can buy like 1,000 pieces for like $3.
yeah, and it's a great deal too if you need that
But
or
then what happens is I wind up with like markers, and I wind up with like gloves, and then I wind up like, so I let a bundle almost till it gets to $40, $50, and then it's free shipping. Then it's like pull the trigger time.
yeah. That's how they get you too with
Yeah.
the minimum spend for free shipping, and
Yep.
because we don't want to pay shipping.
No, I
Amazon
won't buy
spoiled us
it.
with that.
I
Yeah.
won't buy it if there's shipping.
Yeah.
But another thing I've been doing lately is I give myself like 24 hours. Like I'll put it in my cart because I want to have it there and like take time picking out the things that I want, but I'll kind of let it sit in my cart for like 24 hours and usually I forget about it and I might even come back way later and I'm like, "Oh, I guess I didn't really need that because I didn't buy it because I forgot about it."
Yeah.
But I think the thing is if you really really wanted it or really needed it, if you go back 24 hours later and still sitting there and you still want it and you still need it, like, then maybe buy it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you really need it and really want it and you still 2 days, 3 days for it, whatever, like then get it, I guess. But um, a lot of people, impulse buying.
Yeah, emotional buy or like boredom buy.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what I do at night. Like I'm laying in bed bored and I'm like shopping and
Mhm.
I
I'm
don't
an
know.
impulse carter. Like I'll
Cart?
impulse throw things in the cart. I think it's my buffer.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
and
I'm
then
saying. Like
yeah,
throw it in
but
the cart,
and then let it sit there, and
let
then
it sit there.
come back, and then like see how much you really need it.
Yeah.
If it keeps
Exactly.
coming around. But that's the thing about these like TikTok, it'll follow you around. If you put it in the cart, all of a sudden it's like it pops up all the time.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother thing with tracking on the internet.
Yeah.
Um, I'll look at something there, and then I'm watching, whatever YouTube on my TV, and I'll see ads for stuff that I was
Stuff you
looking
were
at
staring
somewhere
at too
else.
long, right?
Yeah,
It's like it
or
knows where your eyes go on the screen.
well, and then
Those tracking cookies just follow you.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
next thing you know, you're like bundled.
I mean, and
Cart
we
bundling.
all know our phone listens to us too. By the way, you're like, right? It's like you're talking about something, and then you see ads for that.
It
You're like,
happens
okay,
all the time.
all the time.
We did it on purpose the other day. Did we do Land Rover?
No.
Who was that? And I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about Land Rover, Land Rover, Land Rover, Land Rover, Land Rover, and we just kept saying it over and over again. And then we were strolling on purpose to see if it would pop up, but
Did it?
no.
Oh,
But we were like thinking we were onto something.
it happens all the
It
time.
does seem to happen
It was
somehow.
smart enough to know that we're trying to track, like reverse track it.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, okay. So no emotional purchases. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, all that nonsense that just puts us in debt and makes us regretful when we are older and we just want to retire because we are like done working and want to just go like to Thailand and sit on the beach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do. Like, yeah, you just, you do you. Don't worry about what other people have or do. Um, in the end, buying all this stuff, you sell it, you get rid of it. It ends up being junk at some point, anyways. Um, yeah, personally, I rather like make memories and go on vacation or go hang out with friends and do stuff. Yeah.
I agree. I would way rather make memories than buy stuff because I think about that like I cleaning out a closet or something and I find these things and God, I wanted that thing so bad and bought it, spent my hard-earned money on it and like what now I'm just giving it away, throwing it away, donating it. I don't know. It seems pretty senseless at the point when you go to get rid of something. And we have so much stuff. Like sometimes I just want to like get rid of all this stuff. So I agree with you that it is way better to spend your money on making memories, go to fun places. I mean, because we've been on some amazing vacations. I know you've been on some amazing vacations, and those are like the things that you really remember, right?
Exactly. And I'm not saying in all this to not spend money and be cheap. Exactly. Definitely save money, but yeah, you go on a trip costs $10,000. Um, it hurts a little depending on how much you make or anything. That's not a little amount, but I would say do that rather than spend it on something else that's meaningless and gonna end up in your closet collecting dust.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Those walkways in Venice, Italy, are not for the weak knees. When you get older and you can't go up those, you can't walk. Ugh,
Right,
better do it
exactly.
now.
Exactly. Do it now. That's why I personally want to retire early.
Yeah.
It I've seen older people and they didn't travel and now they can't travel
Yeah.
and I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, I
So,
agree with you. Okay, so if somebody wants to save money, retire early, how do they get a hold of you?
go in the comments and leave a message, save money,
Okay.
and yeah, I guess
So comment below in the messages the
yeah,
words save money and
hmm
you will reach out directly to them.
yep,
All right.
definitely.
Great. Thanks so much, Blake.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Blake.
Thanks. Thanks for tuning in to the Opposites Unite podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a comment for a chance to get a shout out in our next video. See you next time.